Hey, thanks for joining with me today. Well, we're a few days past Christmas. Hopefully you've had an amazing week. But I'm still gonna talk about Christmas today because even though Christmas Day is over, what happened on Christmas Day hopefully continues to live on. And so I will begin that with sharing with you my favorite Christmas song. What is your favorite Christmas song? Well, I did not hear that literally. Maybe you typed it in the chat. But my favorite Christmas song, given we're talking, is O Come, Emmanuel. O Come, Emmanuel. I like kind of how the vibe goes, and I've heard some renditions where it puts it in a minor key, and it's like, it's good vibes. And so O Come, Emmanuel, when I think about that song and what it means, this idea, because Emmanuel is a word that means God with us. And this idea of God being with us is so life-changing. And that's essentially what Christmas is that Jesus comes and he's with us now. He's continuing to be with us day to day. And so though Christmas Day has happened, the beauty of Christmas Day is that Jesus is now with us. We are not alone in that experience. And so the question for you and me today is, what does that mean? What are we supposed to do with this fact that God is with us? And as the song goes, rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel. Take back. God, help us be who you've called us to be. And this idea of the fact that God is with us and this rejoicing that we should do go hand in hand. And I was thinking about that because rejoice is a little bit of a churchy word. And so what does that mean? What does that mean? It means to see God in every situation. Now, I know that's hard because sometimes, well, when life's great, it's easy to see God in that. But when life's tough, I know we cry out to God, but why is God letting us go through this? What's going on? How do we rejoice in those moments? And I remember that verse in the Bible. It says, rejoice in the Lord always. I'll say it again, rejoice. Now, this is a command that he gives us. How do we rejoice even when times are tough? It doesn't say rejoice when you feel like it. It says rejoice always. And so what's the deeper truth? What's behind this? Well, when we have a paradigm that looks at life, that God is with us, and that no matter what happens on the day-to-day basis, God is with us, leading us toward something. The struggles that you and I face today, well, God is part of those two, helping us navigate those two, because no matter the struggle, God is with us. Think of like every movie ever where there's an adventure story. We enjoy them because there's a struggle. The hero has to go and fight. And oftentimes we kind of get upset at the Disney ending. But the reality is the reason why there's a Disney ending is because people yearn for the good to conquer evil. And that's placed in all of us by God. This idea of good conquering evil, this desire for story, to be part of stories, is not just random coincidence. God has designed it because this is what God is doing. Good overcoming evil. And you might have obstacles. You might have what seem like failures. You might have in terms of death, it seems like failure. But when God is with us, nothing is a failure, not even death itself, as we will see with Jesus. Not even death was a failure because he conquered that too. That is why we can rejoice always, because no matter what thing you might be encountering now, God is with you even in death. Because with Jesus, even death becomes life. And so, O come, Emmanuel, the beauty and the magnificence of this idea is the fact that Jesus has come changes everything from today forward. And so I don't know where you're at in your process, if you have placed your trust and hope in Jesus, or if you're still wondering whether or not he's trustworthy. But I would say, Jesus has come, and because of that, you can have hope today, tomorrow, at the best of times, and in the worst of times, and even in death. You can rejoice because Jesus has conquered it all. The question that's left is, well, do you trust him? Do you trust him? There's stories after stories that I could tell of people who have placed their trust in Jesus and encountered him, from mission trips that I've been on to stories that I've talked to. Here's what I would encourage you to do. Whether it's your parents or your pastor or a friend, this week, ask them, why do you follow Jesus? Even if you do follow Jesus, ask someone, why do you follow Jesus? And that might take them off guard, but this question of why do you follow Jesus, if we really get down to it, we start discovering one another's stories of why we follow Jesus, even in spite of everything going on, well, I think you'll find some amazing things. You know, before we close, there's a friend of mine who actually wrote a unique rendition to this song, O Come, Emmanuel. And I was given the opportunity to make this lyric video that you're about to see for his album that's getting ready to be released. So here's a sneak preview of this video project that we made together. And as he sings these words, this idea of O come, Emmanuel, may you rejoice in the fact that no matter what is in front of you, what struggles are around you, Jesus has conquered those two and is with you in the best of times and in the darkest of times, bringing light and hope. I hope you have a fantastic week.
O come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel, that multi-lonely exile be, until the Son of God appears. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, only Israel shall come to thee, only Israel. Oh, come thou day spring, come and cheer our spirits by thine advent. Disperse the gloomy clouds of night, and death's dark shadows